Looks nice out here. It's the second day in a row that it doesn't look like winter. Good morning, Annie and everybody. I basically coming up this morning because I didn't come up last night. I got a disturbing message yesterday. A friend of mine, I hope I say this right, had heart congestive failure, something like that, and she just turned 40. Kind of lived a fast life a little bit, and it just made me real concerned. I'm about to be 40. We've been knowing each other since we were like 12, so I've been knowing her for about 27 years, and she was having some heart situations. Sorry, went to the hospital and found out that her heart was working at 10%, and then she stayed in for 3 days. They let her out, and her heart was working at 15%. So I went, spent some time with her. She wanted to be. She already feels isolated in her normal life, and then she's going through this, and nobody knew. And it's weird. I seen a post that she made about 3, 4 days ago, and you know how people, which I hate, but how people kind of cry out on their post. It's like they're saying something. Like if you share a meme, that means it resonates with you. So she put something up, no commentary, just, and I felt like she was crying out a little bit, like something was going on. So out the blue, can't really say out the blue, but I hit her up and asked her how she was doing, and she was like not too well. Laid it on me as far as what she's going through. So I told her I could come over. Me and Sean come over, spend some time with her, keep her company. I cooked for her, and you know, it sucks. It sucks. Life is precious, and I'm not gonna say life is short, because what are we comparing it to? But it makes me think when you're dealing with women like such on YouTube and shit like this, how reality can be altered a little bit. You kind of forget sometimes what's real and what's not. You kind of forget you're an adult. I can see how, and no offense to anybody, I'm not making any slick remarks or sneak this, but when you don't have a life, really, you work, you eat, you live, take care of your house. But when you have anything outside of that separates you from the normal, rigorous life, stuff like YouTube and Facebook and Instagram like that, it makes you feel connected. It makes you feel like you have a purpose sometimes, even though it's hollow. But it makes me think that some people might need a rude awakening. Some people might need to be shooken up a little bit, because reality is nothing's more real than real life. We are dealing with human beings on the other side of their keyboards, but sometimes you got to stop and think, take all this shit away from me, and who am I? Good morning Queen. Sometimes you got to think, take all this look at me stuff away from me, and who am I? And I don't know what correlation I'm making altogether, but I do know what she's going through, my friend. It makes me appreciate my life and others that I care about. It makes me appreciate their life as well. And it helps me stay centered. Like when drama and bullshit happens, it's like, wait a minute, I don't really know you. I'm not going to let you get under my skin. There's actually people that I know that could use my friendship. Good morning, Netters. There's actually people that I know who respect the person that I am. They understand where I'm coming from. And if they have any issues with me, they'll talk to me, you know. But I'm saying this to say, value life and take care of yourself. And if I say it all the time, if they're not riding with you, then fuck what they say. But make sure that your health, physically, especially mentally, because not being in a proper mental state will trickle down into all the other states, as far as your psychological state, as far as your health, how you talk to people and stuff like that. If you're not feeling good, you're not gonna be no good. You know what I mean? If you're not mentally up to par, or at least mentally stable, then how do you transfer good energy? How do you love if you don't love yourself? How do you like if you don't like yourself? How do you understand if you don't understand yourself? So the basis of what I'm saying is love yourself, respect yourself, and do it enough to where nobody can squeeze in between the cracks. You know what I'm saying? Like, let the pressure of being an adult and the understanding of what could happen to you, blindsided, accidental. You have to be prepared for shit like that. And there's a few people here on social media who've at times been personal and allowed us to know their business. You would think they would never conduct themselves a certain way, considering their physical situations and their mental situations and things of that nature. But protect yourself. Don't get involved into shit that'll raise your blood pressure or stress you out that has no real bearing on your life, right? Hold on real quick. Don't allow somebody to get under your skin if they're not capable of rubbing your skin. It's a figure of speech, but if they can't give you a massage, then they don't earn the right to get under your skin. It shows a particular type of strength, not to argue with a fool. It's kind of like it's like screaming into the ear of a deaf person. It's like arguing with a person who can't speak English. It's like having a fight with a child. Hey, Tams, you know what I'm saying? Know your place in life, respect the process, and earn your respect by what you give off and what you give out. Cherish your life. Get out of each day what you possibly can. The same energy you use to complain is the exact same energy you use to get on the good foot, to erase the idea of the circumstance and say, you know what? My faith in myself is bigger than this circumstance, right? I got a few of y'all in there. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand where I'm coming from. Give me 1 second. Look at that beautiful sky. Look at that beautiful sky. It's look at my background or my upground. These are the simple things. Look at that beautiful sky. These right here are the simple things that make you appreciate life. You're cute, your hair's done, nice body, got money. None of that shit makes you happy. But you can walk outside and see what the Creator has left behind and know that you're blessed. Look at this. This is a Vegas day in the heart of the coast. Well, actually, don't winter start today or tomorrow, something like that? This is beautiful, right? So sometimes you got to wake up and be thankful for what you have and let all your actions say, I'm thankful for what I have without having to move your lips. Let your feet clap. You know what I'm saying? So being our age, once you get 35, 40 years old, what you did as a youngster will catch up to you. So it's very important that you combat the natural process of life. Drink water. Think positive. Think about it. When people are in their worst situations, what's the only thing you got to hold on to? Your psyche, your mind. Somebody gets falls in a hole or trapped somewhere or drowning. You know what they're doing? They're using all the positive energy they can possibly muster up to get out of that situation. And yes, it takes energy. The world is built on energy. Your ideas, your mind, everything is built on your energy. Your good energy, how you doing? Your good energy is really who you are. If you always got attitudes, you're always talking shit, always ornery and angry, that's who you are. So it's essential to me that you muster up all the energy you possibly can and use it as positive as you possibly can every day. You can't take time outs on life. Like you can't take time outs on breathing. You can't take time outs on being positive. You can't take time outs on putting your best foot forward. This has to be a lifestyle. The measure of who we are is dictated, or let me put it this way. Who you are is measured in the times of peril, in the times of discouragement, in the worst times of your life. How you react to those things, how you bounce back from those things, how you interact, how you group yourself back up. That's who you are. You know what I'm saying? And as long as you got breath, you have a chance to be whatever person you want to be. You have a chance to be as positive as you need to be. Our stress is not circumstantial. Our stress is what we allow to manifest. Your stress is not necessarily dictated by a happening. Your stress is dictated by how you deal with that happening or not. So I implore you guys to put your best foot forward every day. Because let's be honest, this life shit is hard. This life shit is hard to people who care the most. When you don't give a fuck, you don't give a fuck. When you don't give a fuck, it doesn't hurt as bad. When you don't care, like I'm the type of person, a couple hours without my son, I start feeling guilty. Like there's people who go years, months, lifetimes without their children. And they'll always say it was a circumstance. It could be like one thing happened And that'll keep you from your kid for 12 years. That's because you don't give a fuck. It's not that circumstance. You know what a woman would love? That woman that says, no, you can't see your kid. Get away. Da, da, da. It's not fair. But you know what a woman would love? For you to break that wall down. For you to keep knocking it down and showing an effort that says, I care. I give a damn. I want to be a father. I want to be a dad. Let me in. Let me have my children. A woman wants nothing more than a man who breaks the walls down and breaks the barriers down in an effort to show the world and his children that that's where he wants to be. And it's not necessarily with the woman, it's with the kids. So I don't believe in none of that bullshit a lot of these people be talking about as far as, oh, this happened and that happened and, you know, she left me and well, go get your people, man. If you really want them, stand all the way up. Because look, at the end of the day, we got two reasons why we're on this damn earth. At the end of it, when you put it in a strainer and you shake that strainer, a man is supposed to plant a seed and water it. Bottom line, if you don't plant a seed, you're not doing your job. And if you don't water the seed that you planted, you're really not living life. There's nothing more important than the relationship between a man and a woman. And therefore, that byproduct being could be children or just could be love. But we're supposed to go get that and create that. Everything else is subsidiary. Everything else is a byproduct. Everything else is extra. Love and taking care of that and what you love ain't shit more important than that. And there's nothing to me that should get in between those things. Love yourself enough to not accept bullshit, not accept excuses, not give excuses. And by all means, don't stress yourself out dealing with something you cannot control. But what you can control is your psyche, your mind, and how you ultimately deal with the things that bother you. That's right, man. Keep on, keep on, keep on, keeping on. I bet you ain't another chat in the world that got 3 people in it that make this much noise. Keep pushing forward. That's for all y'all. That's for all of us. But let me tell you, after you push and you pull and you push, but you're still going forward, at some point, you ain't gonna have to push for it. You put forward. You put your feet in front of the next one and you keep going. And one thing I've learned through this process is not to take any steps back. I might have to stand still, but I'm not giving up any ground. I'll be damned if a person that don't know me, that doesn't really play a role in my life, will have me taking some steps back. So I'll be back later today. But I want to put this on your heart and I want to put this on your mind. Give up isn't even part of my vocabulary. When I give up, give and up don't go together when I'm having a conversation. You get up, you live up. Create your own expectations. Check off the boxes that you're supposed to with your life and your children and your love, and make sure everything else is extra. And sometimes you don't need extra because that's what gets you discombobulated and confused and keeps you away from where you need to be. I love you, ladies. I love myself. And I'll accept nothing less. You guys have a great day, great morning, great start to another beautiful opportunity. Instead of calling them days, we call them opportunities. Okay. So when y'all woke up this morning with your back pain, with a wallet, an empty wallet, uh, with that stress, kick that shit to the curb. Get you a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, or something like that. If you smoke, get your cigarette and look in the sky and thank Creator for another opportunity. All right. You guys have a great morning, great noon, and I will see you soon. All right. Peace, positivity, and a little bit later on, some poetry. I love you guys.